Alright guys, so I'm here to give my thoughts on the latest release from DC Entertainment entitled Justice League Dark. And if there's one word I could use to describe this release, it's wow. Because this movie delivered in all the right places. So basically, the movie starts with the regular Justice League responding to calls all over the world that people are going crazy and claiming they're seeing demons. But obviously this isn't the type of thing that Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman and everybody else deals with on a regular basis. So, one of the members of the Justice League Dark that we see pretty soon after comes up with the idea the only two people that can deal with something like this is Batman. Well, he doesn't really go to leave a message for Batman because he knows he can handle this. He goes and leaves a message for Batman on the wall to tell him to go find the one man that can, and that man will be John Constantine. And that's one thing I have to say about this movie, guys. Regardless of what you may hear from other people that have seen the movie already, Batman and the other members of the League aren't really in this movie all that much. I mean, Batman is in the movie, but he's more or less the peacekeeper between Constantine, Santana, Etrigan, and Deadman. So, he really doesn't have all that much to do. The real stars of the movie are, actually for once, the Justice League Dark. So, then we got almost like a Vegas type of scene where Constantine and Jason Blood, who is also known as Etrigan the Demon, are playing a game of poker, but then Constantine figures out that the three demons have been cheating. So, after he makes them lose, he sort of convinces Jason to change into Etrigan. I won't give away how he does this, because that's one of the best parts of the movie. He sort of convinces Etrigan for Jason to bring up Etrigan, and then that creates sort of the tension between the two of them that lasts throughout the movie. Now, as I mentioned a minute ago, we also get to see Deadman, aka Boston. I forget what Boston's actual last name was when he was alive, but Deadman is in this movie, and we can basically, like I said, thank him for having the idea to bring this team together. Now, I will say, with Santana and Constantine, it's actually a pretty interesting dynamic, with them being ex-boyfriend and girlfriend. It's like, to a degree, each one of them knows that the relationship is done, but also there's still a degree of, you better not get killed, or I'll beat your ass and L myself. So, basically, eventually, everybody figures out that the supposed culprit for making everybody go nuts in the living world is a villain that the regular Justice League has dealt with before, Felix Faust. But we figure out later, in a really bizarre way that the real villain of the story is actually somebody that Jason knows very well, because the overall villain of the movie is a magician known as Destiny. And the reason Jason and Etrigan especially would be familiar with this spellcaster is he was the villain the Kingdom of Camelot was fighting the day Etrigan and Jason were bound together 500 years before. So through all this, they go through this pretty interesting ordeal to find Faust. And when I say interesting, I mean that everywhere from having somebody's actual feces from a toilet come alive. So yes, I guess you could say in this movie they really did get their shit knocked out of them, but this time it was the actual shit doing the work. And we actually find out that one of Constantine's and Santana's old friends, Ridgey, is actually the one who's been keeping Destiny's soul alive ever since he got infected with a mysterious cancer that happened because of Constantine and Santana a while back in an unrelated incident. So he basically agrees that he'll pull all the strings he can to make it look like Faust is the bad guy, but that's only so the rest of the team will give Ricky, or in this case Destiny, the real piece of his power that he needs, and that is something called the Dreamstone, although it's the embodiment of all Destiny's dark power. And when the team actually does fight Faust, the real member of the team that really has an opportunity to shine is Santana, because she's really the only one that can handle herself against Faust. But what we find out is, obviously, Destiny has been possessing Ridgey the whole time throughout the movie, and they basically had to destroy Destiny for good. But the real exciting twist at the end is Jason is the one who gets to stab Destiny in the heart, but that's only after him and Etrigan are permanently separated due to Etrigan's encounter with Destiny a few scenes before. And there actually is one more member of the team involved in the movie. That would be Swamp Thing, although his only real major role is getting them to Faust's hideout and laboratory. So he basically played their taxi cab. But after Destiny is destroyed and sent to hell, Ridgey's spirit is also set free, but Constantine makes the decision to let the Grim Reapers in this movie take Ridgey's soul down to hell, just in case Destiny still has some control over him. And before Destiny is destroyed, he also, in a way, kills Swamp Thing as well. But I guess you could say the most moving part about the whole movie is after everything settles down, because Jason and Etrigan are separated. Jason ends up dying from a wound that he sustained 500 years ago when him and Etrigan became one. And since they're now permanently separated, Jason's spirit could not survive the initial effects of the wound he suffered, thus finally allowing him to go to his judgment and allowing Etrigan to do whatever he wants as well. And that's pretty much the end of the movie without giving too much of it away. So I really, really do hope that we get to see Constantine and a version of Justice League Dark in an anime movie again at some point in the future. But trust me guys, if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings and just that really old school Justice League feeling episode, you'll really like this. I hope you guys enjoyed and keep on rocking. And rest in peace, Jason Blood.